Disney room inspections. They're kind of creepy. Some are aware and some are not so much aware that at Disney World, and I'm sure the same is the story at Disneyland, Disney requires a mandatory room inspection of all of their guest rooms, whether it's at moderate resorts, deluxe resorts, value resorts, it doesn't matter. Mandatory room inspections, I think they're every other day, which is insane. Most people don't even know about this. This was put into effect somewhere around the tragedy that occurred with Vegas, and that's kind of, when you read the vlogs, different Reddits and different blogs that are online, that is what everyone is guessing this is about and why Disney is doing these room inspections. And it's admirable that they're going to lengths to try to make sure that guests feel safe and secure at their resorts. But at the same time, I feel that people and guests are allowed to have a certain expectation that when I'm paying money to go to a hotel, a certain level of privacy. So these room inspections that are occurring at Walt Disney World resorts are occurring every other day. And they can be, I think, anywhere from like 7 or 8 in the morning all the way to like 8 or so at night. So, I mean, you could be in your room, you could be naked, you could be canoodling, who knows, you could be in the shower, and these Disney cast members are going to enter your room. They are supposed to knock before they come into your room, but, you may not always hear it. You could be in the shower, and it could startle you. You could be asleep, taking a nap in the room. You went to go shower after being at the pool because a resort has a pool, and they come kind of unexpectedly throughout the day. They claim you're allowed to, I went to the lobby once to ask them to request a certain time, but that never ends up happening. I had a horrible experience with Disney room inspections. When you go online to different online forums, you'll see that a lot of people have had really creepy experiences regarding the Disney room inspections. Everything from the cast members coming very late at night or very early in the morning, startling them, not knocking, not giving notice. It's a very creepy experience. And again, it's every other day. So if you're staying at the resort, 8, 9 nights, it's every other day that this person is going to come by your room. And let's face it, Disney has had a lot of problems with cast members. A lot of cast members have been arrested. A lot of them have been involved in creepy stuff. You have the attitude, oh, they're human. It's like, well, even more validates my point of why this is very unsettling and creepy. So I had a horrendous experience with the Disney room inspections. I didn't even know that this was a thing. And this incident occurred at Port Orleans Riverside Resort, which is a very popular resort. And up until this incident, it was one of my favorite resorts because I can say it is aesthetically a beautiful resort. It's just got some creepy cast members. So my creepy experience with the Disney room inspection occurred at Port Orleans Riverside Resort, and I've spoken about this in some of my videos before. I did not know about it. The man came to the room, he knocked, he's like, I'm here to inspect your room. And we were like, no, everything's fine, everything's working. We thought like he was asking, like, is everything okay? Because that's how he played it off, because they don't want to tell you why they're there. And I'm like, everything's working, air conditioning's working, everything's fine, sinks work fine, bathtub, And he's like, no, I need to get in your room. And I'm like, why? And he's like, oh, I need to inspect your room. And I'm like, so is it just my room? Like, what is happening? He's like, I need to get in your room. And we were like, can you come back later? Or like, we'll step out. He's like, oh, I can't ask you to step out. I just need to see inside your room. I'm like, come back later. And the more I asked him what was going on, the more creepy and horrible he got. He said to me, maybe you're just not understanding me. And I'm like, I understand you fine. I'm just asking a question because I'm very confused. I'm a guest here and I don't know why you want to get in my room. And he goes, well, maybe it's my accent. I said to him, I am from Miami. Please don't insinuate that. I get along with everyone. I'm just calmly asking you why it is you want to enter my room and come into my room, because this is a little unsettling. And he's like, so he sticks with that story of maybe you just don't understand my accent. And again, I'm like, I get along with everyone. I'm from Miami-Dade. And he goes, oh, so you got some Haitian in you? And it was like, How is this possible? How, for treatment like that, I could stay in Dade County, and quite frankly, I'd be treated better in Dade County because we don't treat each other to that extent here. And I'm saying to myself, at this point, I'm paying over $300 a night to stay at this resort. It was an 8-night stay. And it's like, I don't know what's happening. Like, why am I being treated this way? Why am I being treated this way and harassed by this Disney cast member? Certainly not very Disney-like. So at this point, I am not aware of anything that's going on. I'm not aware of the policy. I go to the lobby and I tell them what's happening, and they try to gaslight the situation. They try to lower it. They're like, everyone has these days. They really go into kind of like a creepy Disney mode, which has been their story for a long time, because quite frankly, Disney has been thinking they're their own government for a very long time. And something you should know about Disney is if you make a complaint at Disney, they will go into Disney mode, and you may end up getting banned from the property. I mean, you're just not going to have a lot of say. That's how Disney has always rolled. They're not very Mickey-like, and they got a very interesting side that comes out whenever you make a complaint there. I go to the lobby, I tell them what's happening, and I'm like, I want someone else. If this is your policy and this is what's happening at the resort, we'll deal with that, because I'm already checked in, I'm not leaving. Can you send a girl? Can you send a female? Can you send someone else? Because this is really creeping me out. You've sent a cast member to my room. It's asking me if I have Haitian in me, and I feel very creeped out. They agree to that. That doesn't end up happening. This man ends up returning multiple times to my room to do my inspections. Not only that, but I pass him numerous times, in the areas around the room as you're walking to the food court. He's cackling at me, he's calling out at me, he's waving at me, and it was a disgusting experience. And it was a disgusting experience that Disney allowed to happen. You knew that I was a paying guest at this resort, yet you continued to harass me through your cast members and didn't care that I was being harassed. So I was completely unaware of this policy. I'm very, very creeped out by these Disney room inspections. A lot of people don't even know about it, but if you start to do your research and Google it, this is a thing, and a lot of people have had horror stories regarding the Disney room inspections. It creeps me out. The only loophole is I think that it doesn't occur, I can't be 100% sure, at the Swan hotels, because that is a different entity. It's like a cooperation between Disney and the Swan resorts. So I don't know 100% if that's happening at those resorts, but I don't really want to particularly stay there to avoid that. It's not a very themed resort. It's not just my style of resort. So I have stayed at Disney many, many times, never knew this was happening, and that was actually my last experience staying at a Disney resort, was this horrendous room inspection experience. And I feel honestly very creeped out by it, and the reason I'm bringing up this video is that I'm starting to plan and brainstorm upcoming trips, whether I'm going to Universal or I'm going to Disney. The difference at Universal, and I have my own issues with Universal Studios, is that the benefit is that Universal Resorts, as far as their rooms goes, does not do these mandatory room inspections. The only thing they have, and I don't have an issue with that, is they have a policy that basically says that if they haven't seen you, referring to like a room steward or someone else within like a 24-hour period or so, and seen you, in other words, seen you in the hall, seen you come in and out of your room, they can do a room check to make sure you're okay. In today's world, I kind of agree with that, and quite honestly, there was so much going on at this resort and the staff at this resort. I mean, I saw male and female stewards going into rooms together. Quite frankly, I don't think that they're paying any attention to you and would even notice if they've seen you or not. But that's the only policy they have, but it's not to inspect your room, it's to see if you're okay. That if they haven't seen you, in other words, come in and out, go to get ice, go down the elevator, that they can, if necessary, check on you in your room to make sure that you're okay. And I don't really have a problem with that concept. And it probably wouldn't even happen anyhow. So, yeah, I'm just very creeped out by the Disney room inspections. This concept has never gotten better. And what's happening is I end up forgetting about some of these things that have happened at Disney World. And I say to myself, as I plan my next trip, let's say I spend more money and I go check into the Grand Floridian or I go to the Wilderness Lodge. It's like this same concept is going to be happening. I don't know if it's a little bit less because there's more room service with those deluxe resorts or not. I don't know if that's a separate issue, but the concept of privacy, that it's weird. It's weird to be accommodating your where it feels like a military barrack. Like you're doing my room inspection. You have to like basically stop what you're doing. The room steward comes in, looks around. He's like, trying to inspect your room in a non-creepy way, even though it's real creepy. But yeah, I am just bringing attention to these types of things that are happening because your theme park vloggers today are like, they went to a resort and they're like, everything is wonderful. I love everything, and the world is a magical small world, and I love everything because so many of them are on the Disney dime or want to be. So I just wanted to talk to you guys about these thoughts because I'm brainstorming. Do I go to Universal? Do I go to Disney? Where am I going to be abused less? Which resort is going to abuse me less? That's a horrible thought process to have as a consumer where you're spending money. And it's like, hey, they're doing that at Disney. That's kind of creepy. Do I really want to endure a creepy room inspection? How creepy could this get? Could the guy come in the room and make really crude comments? Who knows? So yeah, that was my last experience at Disney regarding Riverside Resort, which is a beautiful resort aesthetically. It's just got a lot of creepy people working there, apparently. It's got, you know, that person, and I saw another creepy person, and there was another creepy person. But those are other stories. But thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate sharing this info with you. And yeah, thanks so much for watching, and I will see you soon in my next video, and bye.